Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for being here today. Sorry for the voice. Yesterday we saw Glenn Hughes and Yngwie Malmsteen live, so I was just singing along Deep Purple stuff and Yngwie Malmsteen, and we were in the front row. It was just amazing, a lot of fun, and but yeah, today the voice is very, very deep. So I apologize. Today we're going to have a marathon by BADFINGER. I've only done 3 reactions so far to BADFINGER, but I do like them very much. Today we're going to do an entire marathon. Thank you so much to the person who requested this, which is Bird in Hand. That's his YouTube name. If you want to, thank him in the comment section for this. Always appreciated, so yeah, so we're gonna do 5 songs by this amazing band, and I've always literally compared them to the Beatles, but let's see. So we have the first song that we're gonna do is I Don't Mind from the No Dice album. Let's see what year. 1970. All right, there's like a gypsy queen on the cover. Beautiful, very, very, I love this style. Also Bird in Hand did write me a couple of notes, which I'm not gonna read, but just a few things that would catch my attention. The song Money by BADFINGER from Straight Up, and this is from 1971, so they did it before, he said before Pink Floyd. They called the song Money. And Flying from the same album. It's called Straight Up, 71. And then we're going to do from the album Wish You Were Here, wink wink, 74. That's crazy. Dennis and In the Meantime, Some Other Time. So there you go. So this is also kind of funny because I thought there was only one album called Wish You Were Here, but no, there's a BADFINGER album called Wish You Were Here. So yeah, so a little bit of trivia right there. I'm sure you know this already. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm super excited, and let's get into it. I'm not even gonna, pause or anything. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and let's enjoy. Let's enjoy these legends. They have a lot of listeners too. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get it started. I usually do a little cut, but I have enough time. Sometimes I do the intro, I do something else, but today I have the time, so let's just move along. Let's do I Don't Mind 1970. Here we go. Enjoy, everyone.
Singing, doorbells ring and answer. People say it's a lovely day outside. I don't mind, I've got my way of living. Even if it's only for the ride.
Yeah.
Days, nights, Alright, it's easy. Making time and making rhymes for you. I don't mind, I've got my way of giving. Even if it's all I ever do. Step inside and see if I can make you. Even if it's only for the ride. You don't know me, what's on my mind. You can show me what I can't
Very good, man. Yeah, I mean, like, what to say? It's really, really good, and the harmonies are just wonderful. Those are very reminiscent of like the ones that I think the band America and Crosby, Stills and Nash, they're just like, I don't know if they came, if they're the, I guess the most popular bands to do that, but they do it exactly the same. And then when that chorus kicks in, then they kind of like sounded here like the Beatles, like that. You know, it's still harmonizing, but it's not so, it's more like da 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 da. Like, what was the man, the lyrics are not there anymore. They're on here. Yeah, it switches now. Spotify now, even if you pause the song at the end, it kind of recognizes that you're gonna listen to a next song, and then it puts you the next song like in the queue. So I can't look at the lyrics. If I click on it, it would play it again. So, but no, when they come in, when they jump into that chorus, ba-dum, bum, 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 that's when it sounds really Beatlesque. But yeah, this is just a wonderful band. It's just everything, the piano playing, the guitar chords, the music, it's all very well done. I mean, it's obviously a very, very good band. Let me do some, I sometimes like to pull up a band on Wikipedia just to see, at least after one song, you know, then I'd like to know. So this was recorded at Abbey Road Studios. There we go. Well, not this, the next album, Straight Up. But I wanted to see where they're from. So this is more about the album. Let's see the band. The band from Wales. And also known as the Ivies. Okay. All right. And they lasted from 61 to 84. Nice. All right, let's play Money. I know it's not going to be, you know, that Money is such an iconic, you know, name for a song, and you know, but no, we're not going to have the Pink Floyd here. So Money, here we go with Straight Up, and let's see what they changed in a year, you know, production wise, and that's the stuff that I like to you know, to focus on. Like, you hear one album and then a year later, what has changed? And sometimes it's super significant, sometimes not at all. Sometimes it's like, oh, maybe these are just tracks that were from the first album. Okay, Money, here we go. Huh. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but Spotify decided to not work. So let's boot it up again. I'm drinking as much as I can, you know, tea, coffee, because yesterday I literally oh my god, Glenn Hughes, his voice is insane. The man is 72 years old. He sings so high, so good. I mean, this guy was on fire yesterday. What a great show. If you can see Glenn Hughes in your area, he's on tour. He's gonna be on tour for the rest of the year, and he's gonna extend it to next year. And he even said, I'll be back in Denver. And it was so nice because I think they met in Denver, like Tommy Bolin and him. And he's like, Tommy Bolin is tonight. He's right here with us right now. And I was like, wow, that's such, it felt amazing. The guy has super nice vibes. He's super, you know, you can obviously see that he has very spiritual guy, you know, super great energy, just amazing. Just I was so glad that we saw him. And of course, after that, like literally my not childhood, but my teenage idol, Yngwie Malmsteen, and he was literally this far away from me, you know. I caught 4 picks, 4 Yngwie Malmsteen picks. There you go. I'm just so, and we got the set list, and Alexia was having a blast. So good. Okay, so now let's try again with money. I'm sorry. Here we go. I did not know this was gonna happen.
Feel like I'm flying, I'm dying to say, want you forever.
Okay, so you noticed it was a perfect, like, you know, bleed over from one song to the other. And I was like, okay, this is about to be like, is it gonna have some kind of fade out? It's not going down in volume, and it's like literally 2 seconds. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna leave it because some of the same album. And yeah, it was the next song, Flying. Money, really cool lyrics. I was reading along. I love that it's a bit heavier, you know. And then of course I looked on the label. It's the same Apple label that for the Beatles. And but this sounded more like, I don't even know. It sounded just like Badfinger, you know. Really good, really original, and a bit heavier, but great, you know. Just really really good, you know. I would actually listen to this if I would have the time, you know. Of course, then I would listen to all the Beatles and all of Badfinger and all of ELO. And but you know, it's just like sometimes time is just not on my side. I have to start doing, I don't know. That's something I guess I have to think about, you know, work and doing this YouTube channel. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot. But I just wish I had more time to listen to more music and make more videos, and but also make more content that doesn't involve using music from other people, like my own music, or maybe just listen to an album and then talk about the album without the audio, you know. Just less using less copyrighted stuff, you know, because yeah. But yeah, we'll get there eventually, you know. So okay, you know what, let's just start Flying again, because it did, I like what I'm hearing. This is just so good. So but yeah, let's just, you know, start it over. Here we go.
Feel like I'm flying, I'm dying to say, want you forever and easy.
Oh man, that was a great song. This ending here, they should have like kept going. You know, that sounded like Supertramp. That sounded a little bit like Floyd, more in the psychedelic, you know, realm. But I love the flying. Very, yes, I must say Beatlesque. You know, but still, you know, they have their own sound. They have their own vocals. It doesn't sound like the Beatles. It's I guess the style is there, you know, but they have their own sound. And this at the end, I think, was my favorite part. It sounded literally like something Supertramp would come up with, you know, that I don't know, that I don't want to call Supertramp dramatic, but yes, sometimes their music tends to be very you get a feel of you know, a little bit like, yes, it's it doesn't sound so happy all the time, you know. I guess because they're playing in the minor key and stuff, you know. It just like it's just a thing that happens for us humans, the way we perceive music. With certain vibrations, they sound just like not happy, you know. That is insane how that happens. How you play a major chord and it's like, oh, that sounds nice and fuzzy, and then you play a minor chord and you're like, oh, okay, now I feel bad, you know. That's it's hilarious, but that's just the way we're built, you know. And even plants and animals the same. Everything. Okay, so I'm loving this. So we're a little bit on the short side here for Bird in Hand. I will add a new song, another song. I just don't know what album, but we still have 2 to go, which are pretty lengthy. But I just, you know, sometimes when I have the time, like I do like to add, you know, a little extra, and I've said this many times, and I mostly do it, but sometimes I just can't. But yeah, I'll add another album, and I'm gonna check if there's an album here that's oh, there we are, Warner Brothers. Yay! Okay, so this is the one that we're looking for. I wish you were here. That's already Warner. So let's do Dennis, and then in the meantime, some other time, the song, right? And then you're gonna add. Okay, those bleed together, Dennis, and then let's just do Love Time, which is literally after. In the meantime, some other time. Maybe we got a trilogy here. All right, let's do that. Okay, so let's start it. Here we go. Dennis, 1974, a little bit later. Let's see if they get heavier. You know, I wouldn't mind a little bit more, you know, because here there's some solos. So let's see. Here we go with Dennis.
Deeper waters flowed recently. It showed, trying to cover your head, trying to frighten you, trying to fight with you, really getting you scared. But don't you worry, you love of mine. Pretty soon it will all be fine, and we'll just go on. Higher hills to climb.
Literally what I wanted from this band, a little bit of more heaviness, more literally drama, you know. The vocals are now, there is some backing vocals, but it's more focused on one person, and there's distortion. I'm loving it. Really, really cool. Really a nice jump in their production and in their writing. It just sounds, I just like this a little bit better, you know. Let's go.
Higher hills to climb, climbing all the time, trying to find a way through. Falling down again, on the ground again, wondering what you can do. But don't you worry, soon be gone. You won't stand up, you won't take down. Your head's a mile above the ground. And though we tend to scold you now, I couldn't start to tell you how. We couldn't start to tell you how. There's just no way to say how much we love you. You little Danish, you're full of new surprise. Love you, you little Danish with the rascal in your eyes. You're a prize. It could be bad, it could be worse. You taking out your mother's purse. And though you cried when you got told, the money there was for the old to keep their dogs from getting cold. The only thing that can't be sold is love. You little Danish, you're full of new surprise. Love you, you little Danish with the rascal in your eyes. Will you pick up your toys? Will you be a good boy? Will you please? There's a way. There's a way. If you play, if you stay, there's a way through. There's a way to take away blue. Take away blue. There's a way. There's a way. If you play, if you stay, there's a way through. There's a way to take away blue. Take away blue. There's a way. There's a way. If you
Wow. Okay, so no bleed over. Wow, this like literally seems like a different band. Amazing. I almost said the F word. I love it. Just this is like, I don't know. I guess it's also the time. It's 74. You know, classic rock. It's on its peak. Everybody's coming up with new ideas, being super creative. This is just music that is perfect, you know, like the piano, the bass, everything, the choruses, it just sounds amazingly well put together. And it just the style is so much more polished, and I don't know. But that's just my opinion, you know. I don't know what you think. Maybe you like their early stuff better. This is literally, I love this. Like, this was a great song. Dennis but on literally on all fronts, the bass, the just the whole composition. It was longer. I don't know. It was just so good. So good. I can't wait for this next one. In the meantime, and some other time, almost 7 minutes. So I don't know if they're like, maybe they're even getting proggier, who knows, but this was definitely my favorite for now. So let's see what the next one. In the meantime, some other time is next. Let's go. And then we'll finish it up with Love Time. Okay.
Your eyes stick out in your head, make me believe it. You don't need it, you don't need it, you already know. In time, with time, in the meantime, you can leave it or not believe it, you're already here. But in the middle of the ocean, things gonna be this.
Wow. See what happened? It's literally they got proggy. Amazing. I love it. There's a guitar solo of over a minute in there. It sounds literally like Alan Parsons' Project all of a sudden. It sounds proggy. It sounds, and I don't want to say it sounds like Alan Parsons, but there's some stuff. It sounds like Supertramp now. It sounds maybe a little bit like, I don't know, but there's like there's like more music. It's not just like three chords. It's like all of a sudden it has different structure. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. This is the best stuff for now. This song is like, now you got my attention 100%. I mean, of course you had my attention, but now this is like something I would put on a playlist for myself. The first two were like, well, it's very good, but I'm not convinced, but this is convincing.
But in the middle of the ocean, things gonna be this way. To speak of love, devotion, and dying. First you must realize a man, can you spare the trade? And in the heat of your emotions, everything leads me to stay. Build a house on the higher ground and help me make the change. A man, can be spared the change.
keeps getting better and better. That whole cello, and then the violin, you know, just like that gives it just that dramatic feel of, and the orchestration is just so good, and it just makes it more epic. The whole thing has more weight, you know, and it just like, that's also how we perceive music, way more like dramatic. It's like, whoa, you know, like what is happening? And then, you know, change in rhythm, change completely, like there's a totally time signature, I think, and the chord progression. And that's what's so cool about listening to progressive rock, because it just like so unexpected, and it satisfies you, you know, that thirst of music. I don't know, it's so good. I went really back now 10 seconds. Let's hear that change again. Wow. Super underrated, because I just looked at the, you know, times reproduced is like only at 100,000. And then the next song I'm going to do is like 1 million, which is, I don't know, it's a short one, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but This, in the meantime, and some other time was just epic. And I mean, yes, it's 2 parts, and you did notice, you know, the change and everything, but this was a great song. This is definitely something I would listen to again. Just really, really good. Like, awesome. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so that was, you know, that was Bird and Hand's marathon, the 5 songs. But yeah, let's add one more. And but yeah, this was just really cool because it was like an evolution, you know, of the band. They just got, you know, just I would say better. Not that they were not good enough on the first track. It was just different. It was just not as intense. It was more like easy going, and then it got really epic and heavy. And I guess I like that. You know, I think most of the people that listen to this band would agree with me, I think. Okay, now let's do Love Time, same album. Wish You Were Here. Let's go. Now, and this is the most famous song. I don't know why. Let's find out.
Every day I look into your eyes, I see a love that's there. I see myself and stare. Loving you so many different ways, kind of harmony. Another part of me makes it hard now. If it's easy to believe it, it's hard to realize. It's easy to believe it as the love that's in your eyes.
So of course, very Beatle-esque, I guess, sound, but that solo was just amazing. I can see why this is very popular. Very, very short, 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but they make it work because you get the whole experience. You get the solo, you get all the lyrics, you get a great chord progression. Very simple, but very effective. Just, yeah. That's crazy. Like I said, it's less is more sometimes, but not for me. Not for me. I like more. More is more. I know that's a weird, you know, more is more. I love that. Like Yngwie Malmsteen, they asked him, so why do you play so fast? Like, why do you play so many notes? Like, but they asked Mozart the same thing. Why? It has too many notes. And then he's like, which notes do you have in mind? That's perfect. That's what I hear. That's what I write on the paper. So you can't just say it's too many notes. Now, with Yngwie Malmsteen, you know, switching it up real quick, I think he gets super excited playing out those amount of notes. It's just exciting. So I guess for him, more is more. And for me, I would say more is more. And that's why I like prog. I don't know. Let's continue.
But if it's easy to believe it, it's hard to realize. It's easy to believe it, it's the love that's in your eyes. Found amongst the laughter and the tears, the love I had inside. Love I used to hide.
Very good. Very complete. Like they had to, they said what they wanted to say in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Just we've seen with the Dan, Steely Dan does it. Any major fool, you know, any major dude would tell you that song is just a masterpiece, you know, and it's literally 3 minutes or like 3 minutes or something. This was a great discovery. Thank you again. I mean, I'd had listened to them before, but it was always in a mix of like with ELO or with the Beatles. It's too much. It's too, too close, you know. And this was, I think, this took it. Now I'm gonna remember really, you know, who Badfinger is. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bird in Hand, for this marathon. This was really, really good. Thank you so much. And let me know, guys, what did you think of the evolution of Badfinger? Do you like their later stuff more, their earlier stuff? Do you disagree with that it is proggy at all? You know, let's start a conversation in the comments below. And thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, if you're a Badfinger fan, make sure to leave a like, a dislike, a subscription or not, whatever you feel like. You know, you can check out the Patreon. We are on our 35th full album. We're working on that. Not that we have 35 albums. We have reacted to 35 full albums. Well, 34. We're doing the 35th. And if you want to check that out, because we can't do it on YouTube, we tried it and it was getting blocked. So yeah, we do it on Patreon. So check it out if you want, of course. But thank you again for being here. Thanks again, Bird in Hand, for reaching out to me with this marathon. And I'll see all of you guys in the next one.